Cześć, jestem Perez, a to mój kanał Szafirowe Szkiełko. Witam Was bardzo serdecznie i może jestem małym kanałem, ale zapraszają mnie na salony. No może nie sam Czapek mnie zaprosił, ale moją obecność tam zawdzięczam uprzejmości Macieja Kopyto, który mnie troszeczkę wkręcił na tą imprezkę. No ale Macieju, dziękuję serdecznie. No ale to, no cóż, no dobra, już się tam wkręciłem. No i to jest miejsce, w którym się to wszystko odbyło. No był tam też samochód właśnie taki, nie wiem, to Audi chyba było, nie? Tak. I co? No i była tam pokaz właśnie tego samochodu, znaczy on sobie tak stał, można było sobie tam pójść, obejrzeć. No i co? No i jak poszedłem, już się rozgościłem, zacząłem sobie płaszczyk, no to zacząłem strykać zdjęcia tych zegarków. No i muszę powiedzieć, że Czapek robi naprawdę bardzo, bardzo fajną robotę. I no one były przepyszne. No i tak, no i w pewnym momencie właśnie pojawił się prezes firmy i ze swoją prezentacją. Najpierw była mowa a propos samego pana Czapka, który, nie wiem czy wiecie, ale miał co nieco wspólnego z Patkiem. Tak jak Czapka pewnie nie kojarzycie, ale Patka już kojarzycie. Tak właśnie to zostało zaprezentowana historia właśnie samego pana Czapka.
Chciałem podziękować Państwu za uwagę i zaprosić Xaviera de Camerel, aby przedstawił historię i ideę firmy Czapek. Xavier, floor is yours.
I think that my Polish is very limited, but I did learn how to pronounce not so badly zegarmistrowie, which is a big challenge. We bought the book, of course, the Czapek book that he wrote. So some of you know very well the story of Czapek, some don't. So apologies for the one who know everything. I will still go through for the one who don't know, but I will go fast. Okay? So it's a story of Europe 200 years ago. Czapek is born in what was Kingdom of Bohemia, belonging to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, and moves to Poland from Semonice when he's young. And Poland is not anymore Poland. Poland has been invaded, and you recognize the Warzawianka battle. This is one of the battle inside Warsaw. He participates to it, and because of the loss of the insurrection, he has to go somewhere else. Goes to Geneva, and in Geneva he makes already a business in 1833 with a guy named Miało. And in 1836, another Polish guy called Antoine Norbert de Patek, from whom you probably have heard of, because it became later a company from the meeting of these two guys, that is very famous. 1839, it's the end of the contract between Czapek and Miało, because contract in Switzerland, business contract lasts 6 years. And Patek suggests to join the two partners and make a new company called Patek, Czapek and Company, where company is Miało. So it's a continuation with an evolution of an existing company. And this is one of the watches they made in this period, 1839, 1845, where they start the legend that will become on one side what Norbert Patek did with Philippe, and then what Czapek did in Europe with Julius Gruzewski. So two companies part away in 1845, and this is a picture I took in the Geneva archive, where it's an increase of capital in 1847, referring to the creation of Czapek and Company in 1845. Okay, so that's the beginning of Czapek and Company. Beginnings which are blessed by this friendship between Julius Gruzewski and Czapek. Gruzewski becomes the partner of Czapek, and Gruzewski is very much into the Polish cause, so Czapek also joins that activity that is somehow not totally legal, but that helps the return of Poland in the 60s later on. And through his networking, he gets very close to Napoleon III, who was then elected in France and became later Emperor of France. He wrote the book Zegarmistrowie in 1850. And then here in Place Vendôme, he becomes the first watchmaker opening a store in Place Vendôme, in number 23, and then number 25. So that's why there is a gentleman who brought a lot of old pieces from Czapek, and you can see Place Vendôme. You can see Atelier in Geneva, and then Place Vendôme number 23 or 25. Here you see it says watchmakers of His Imperial Highness the Prince Napoleon. That's before he becomes emperor. So they are the official watchmaker of Napoleon III. Now, this is the past, 1869. In fact, it's now 1872. Is the last information we have on Czapek. Someone from Paris sent us a picture of the barricade. In French, they love revolutions, you know. So in 1872, there was a revolution inside Paris called La Commune, and they made a barricade inside Place Vendôme. They actually broke the Place Vendôme column, and you can see the Czapek store behind the barricade. So that's the last, very, very last information we have found. We think we will get more information later on.
Potem zostało nam zaprezentowane właśnie, no, że ten Czapek troszeczkę tak sobie, no, może nie umarł jako firma, tylko tak troszeczkę wycichł. No i umarł, trochę umarł. No i że właśnie tutaj kolega go wskrzesił razem z 3 innymi i z tego co pamiętam, jak on mówił właśnie przy tej prezentacji, no to za każdym razem jak próbowali stworzyć zegarek, no to sadzali wirtualnego, w sensie no nieżyjącego pana Czapka jeszcze na kolejnym, 4. krześle, no i tak razem z nim próbowali to zaplanować.
When we discovered Czapek, it was a totally forgotten brand, company, anything. Everything was forgotten. And Harry, Sebastian and myself decided to revive it. And because we had no space, no money, we thought, okay, we have 2 options. Option 1 is we find a billionaire and hope that the billionaire will give us his money and not destroy the company and fire us after 2 years because he will change his mind. Or we go to other watch lovers, other people like us, and we say, yeah, it's open, join us, and we do like that. And we create a new company. And because we were 45-year-old, Harry and myself, we knew that the billionaire thing was not a good idea. We knew it was, if we wanted to really respect the spirit of Czapek, we needed to be totally independent. And that by working together, it was more fun to have more watch lovers with us. So that's why we did this crowdfunding equity campaign, and we launched the first watch with one idea in mind. That is one key idea, which was to respect Czapek's spirit. So when we were seated together, Sebastian, Harry, and myself, we were always putting a 4th chair, thinking, "This is François Czapek with us, and he's young. He has 200 years of experience, but he's still young, and he wants to make modern watches." So we took one watch, this watch, as an example. So it's just a watch that was sold by Antiquorum about 2008 and at a good price, but it's a normal watch. It's a 7-day power reserve, but it's a very typical Czapek watch because of the hands. One hand is fleur-de-lis, the other one is Roman hands. These 2 sub-counters are down. This is one other type of hand. This is a double hand. It's like a chaos with harmony. Okay, so this is typical of his spirit of looking for beauty, and his approach is to have something that you know and that you feel comfortable with, and then something you don't know and is surprising. Okay, there has to be something chaotic or something unexpected, let's say, into this design. So even these Roman numerals, they are too long. The normal Roman numerals in that period of time, they are about long like that. So he exaggerates a bit, but everything fits together. Okay, so out of Czapek personality, this is what we understood. He is in love with beauty. He tries to make watches that express beauty. And that was our task, to continue that mission. And that's the watch we created. The Quai des Bergues, because he was working on the Quai des Bergues with Antoine Norbert de Patek when they created Patek, Czapek and Company. So as a reminder of that period, number 33, because that's the last number in the Quai des Bergues. That's where the Hôtel des Bergues is today. Same work with the movement. That's the old movement. We had a picture. 2 ratchets to get the 7 days, the crown wheel and the distribution of the wheel with the escapement in the end. Same idea, but different finish. This is done by mercury evaporation, very dangerous, forbidden after a few years because it was killing people. This is done mechanically. It's called sandblasting or micro ball blasting. But we do not copy. We make a new interpretation. We imagine Czapek is young. What do we do? And guess what? The year after, 1 year exactly the same day, we win the Grand Prix in Geneva, the public prize, which for us, as because we were young and relaunched by other watch lovers, the public prize was the most important. Other examples of watches we created, this is hand guilloché, and this guilloché is registered, it's called Ricochet, it's our guilloché, and we invented it and then discovered that Czapek had done the same. So that's part of the strange thing that when we've been working on Czapek, which is to discover that we are on the same idea. This logo, for example, if you look at the old advertising of Czapek, the same logo, we discovered the advertising 2 years after. So just coincidence, or I don't know. Another example, you see well the guilloché work. This is really the pinnacle of making a dial. All the dials are in gold, and for us it's gold, platinum, palladium, and silver. And it's hand engraved. So you don't see exactly the engraving, you see the shadow. That's really, yeah, the same. This watch, you can see it also here today. It's midnight in Geneva. This is aventurine, created in Venice about 250 years ago. Very special technique to make a glass with chips of copper in it. So it makes like a starry night. This is the second model we created. A very imposing model with, very high-end technology and the best of engraving done by Michel, who works in the lab. And this version is the latest version. I do have it also if you want to see it. So ask me when you want to see a watch. And this is, funnily, this is the first design we made. Not the first you saw. The real first design we made was this one, was this watch here. That's the first design. So creation is not a straight line. Sometimes you go back and then you go front. And that's the third collection we made, is a chronograph, automatic. And you see this way the collection with the two contrasted counters and the salmon, which is a big trend today. Again, enamel, but this time with black enamel. This is never done before. Black enamel is very difficult. So we like difficulty. We like to look for something that is more complex to do, and we try to make a nice watch out of it. So that's the team, Harry, Sebastian, and myself. And beside this, because we were transparent, because we wanted to do crowdfunding, we decided to be transparent. Because we were transparent, we decided to be collaborative. And being collaborative meant very quickly we wanted to collaborate with causes, and the cause to which we collaborate every 2 years is Only Watch. It's a charity auction, very impressive. That's the model we gave 2 years ago. And this one is the one that is going to be auctioned on November 9 in Geneva. Courage every second is the motto we use for each of these pieces only. And that's the little museum that we started 2 years ago. Starting to purchase watches, we bought 4 watches in total, so you have 2 of them there. One lady that is not here, that is in the back where you see a beautiful blue, and a watch that was that is representing the Moscow, the St. Petersburg column in the place. And this one is also present here. It's very interesting. It was purchased at Sotheby's because it's a crown winding mechanism, and officially, according to the watchmaking history, the crown winding mechanism is invented later by Philippe. So, it's a surprise. It was already there, despite what the books say. So it's a small smile, okay? And that's the boutique that we opened this year in Geneva. We see many Polish people coming visiting us, making pictures, and so we welcome them very happily. A small boutique. And that's it for the presentation, but the biggest part of the presentation is the one that comes now. That's Mazurek. So we started the relationship with the team from Wealth. Out of, they're Polish, they love Polish history, they love watches, they heard about Czapek, they felt, it's interesting. These guys are different in the way they do business, in the way they approach design, in the way they make watches. Let's try to make a watch together. So we did the Warzawianka, which you saw, and 2 years ago, and which was a big success. So we decided, why not repeat that success with a new model, and the new model is Mazurek. So you have in this model a sort of tribute to Polish identity. The first is the song itself by Mazurek, which is the old writing of the song, but it's the original one. You have the shield of Poland. You have the Polish days of the week for the Power Reserve. So you wind it on Sunday at Mass. If you don't go to Mass, you cannot buy the watch. So you wind it on Sunday morning, and it tells you the days of the week until Saturday evening. It's set 7 days and a half. Okay. Then you have here on the crown, you will see an amber stone, which is also a symbol of Poland, and this red, of course, that represents that you can see the flag of Poland, and it's a good also color for Poland. So this shield that you have seen seems to be a stamp shield, just an image reproduced. It's not. It's micro painted. So it's an artist, and they are a very small company of 3 people, and they paint with only one hair, if you want. It's a very, very, very thin. You see that she paints behind a binocular. It's hard to see, but you see how detailed it is. And when you look with the loupe, you can see that it's a handmade painting. So that makes it very unique. So, and that's the collection. So we have 10 pieces in steel and 5 pieces in gold. It's rare, but at the end that's also nice to have something very unique. Well, and that's the new sentence, the new phrase for Czapek. That's what we believe we are. We collect rare people. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you very much.
No i tak, najpierw było właśnie o czapku, potem było o samym zegarku. No i co? No i potem przyszło do macania zegarków. Na środku sali właśnie prezes, niesamowity człowiek, naprawdę. Nie wiem, czy obserwujecie mnie na Instagramie, ale właśnie bardzo sympatyczny człowiek. Chciałem sobie z nim zrobić zdjęcie. No i on tak, żeby rozbić troszeczkę to napięcie, gdzie ja byłem taki spięty troszeczkę, właśnie pociągnął mnie za brodę. No, nie wiem, czy to było aż takie strasznie śmieszne, jak mi się wydaje, ale jak na takiego człowieka bardzo poważnego, było to bardzo, bardzo miłe i takie rozluźniające, także muszę powiedzieć, że bardzo sympatyczny człowiek. No i co? No i na środku leżały sobie zegarki, można było sobie poprzymierzać, popstrykać zdjęcia, no i też tak właśnie zrobiłem. A oprócz tego jeszcze przyszedł jeden człowiek, kolekcjoner właśnie zegarków Czapka. To już były te kieszonki czapkowe. No i trzeba powiedzieć, że nawet sam prezes był taki zaskoczony kolekcją tego czapka przez tego pana. Tutaj zaraz wam pokażę właśnie taki materiał jednej z kieszonek, która właśnie wybijała melodię.
Nie wiem. Dziękuję bardzo.
No i cóż, no i tak, no i po całym tym, w całej prezentacji, po macaniu zegarków, po wszystkim, poszedłem sobie do domu. Tak, moi drodzy, taki krótki materialik wam tu wrzuciłem. W sumie nawet nie wiem, czy on wyszedł krótki, czy długi, bo będę te materiały wrzucał, a no troszeczkę nagrałem tego materiału, jak prezes tam opowiadał właśnie te wszystkie historie. Nie wiem, jak bardzo mi się udało to skrócić, no ale tak, dziękuję wam serdecznie za wsparcie, za to, że jesteście, za to, że klikacie. Teraz nagrywam to już, jak to nagrywam, to jest po Aurochronosie, dlatego też muszę powiedzieć, że bardzo, bardzo miło było na Aurochronosie i bardzo wam serdecznie dziękuję, że jesteście i że wam się podoba ten kanał mój. No i co? Ja teraz, bo ja rzadko o tym mówię, ale jak jeszcze nie subskrybujecie, to zapraszam do subskrybowania mojego kanału. Dawajcie lajka, jeśli Wam się oczywiście podobało. Jeśli Wam się nie podobało, to dawajcie dislajka. A co tam, jestem twardy, zniesę to. Tak, moi drodzy, dziękuję Wam serdecznie. I na koniec chciałem jeszcze zaprosić Was do dołączenia do grupy na Facebooku Czasoholicy, do wejścia na portal Zegarki i Pasja, do Macieja Kopyto. No i co? No i Aurochronos. No, Aurochronos to za rok, a jeszcze w najbliższym czasie wrzucę Wam tutaj relację właśnie z samego Aurochronosa, na którym bawiłem się bardzo, bardzo przednio. Dobrze, póki co dziękuję Wam serdecznie, bądźcie pozdrowieni, Dashbur.